Hey golfers, you see that part of the club right there? That is the center of the face and what the touring pros hit every single time. So if you're interested in center of the face contact, I'm gonna show you in this video 3 keys to impact. You'll see the best players in the world do over and over and over again. You're gonna do them after this video. So let's make your next shot your best and do this right now. Before we get started, if this is your first time on the channel, thanks so much for watching. My name is Jonathan Smith, PGA teaching professional. If you want one-on-one coaching with me online, there is a link in the bio you can click. I would love to get connected with you, start improving your game and your consistency. So make sure you do that at the end of this video. Now, let's talk about what we're trying to do with this club at impact. And that is have the center of the face contact the ball first and the ground second. So what I've done is on this club, I've drawn a dot where the center of the face is, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 grooves up from the bottom of the club. And what the pros do so well that the inconsistent golfer has trouble with is having that dot contact the golf ball. And for that to happen, the shaft of the club is going to be needing to be leaning forward. So when the club comes into the ball, that center of the face is looking at the golf ball and the ball gets launched in the air. What most golfers will do, the inconsistent golfer, theirs does the opposite. The club goes forward, the shaft goes back, and the bottom of the club, the leading edge, that will contact the golf ball and the ball rolls. That's the shot that we don't want. So what I'm gonna do is give you the keys that the pros do so well that creates that shaft leaning forward, that dot or center of the face, contacting the golf ball first, and then the ground second. Because I hear golfers ask me this all the time. Hey, John, I wanna compress the golf ball. How do I do that? How do I create backspin? I can't get the ball in the air and I want distance. Compression, backspin, speed, distance, that is what you want. That's what we're going to get you in this video. So now let's get into the 3 keys of impact like the pros so you can be hitting solid irons, having more birdies and lower scores. Key number 1 to consistent contact and getting the shaft leaning forward, center of the face contact in the golf ball is gotta be where your weight is. Weight transfer, and we want to have about 80% of our weight on our lead side as we get into impact. That's gonna give us an opportunity to get the hands forward, the arms forward, and the shaft leaning forward as well. And so what I see most golfers get into is I see them swing and then they'll come into the golf ball and all their weight ends up on the right foot. And then to get to the golf ball, they have to flip the club. All of a sudden, the leading edge goes forward, the shaft goes back, and the grip goes back, and they come up with this shot. And they'll go there and they'll roll the ball. So weight forward is so important to be able to get the ball first and the ground second in your shot. Because the difference between the ball flight is massive. So you're saying to yourself, hey John, okay, how can I do this? I've got the drill for you. This is actually a fun one. I do this with a lot of my students. So what it is, we're working on weight transfer and it's gonna be working on balancing on your left foot. And guess what? If you're balancing on your lead foot, that means your weight has got to be over there. So I call this a one-legged balance swing. You're gonna set up and make swings. Now I'm gonna do this in slow motion first, and then I'm gonna do it in real time. I'm gonna hit a ball. We're gonna swing back, swing through, come down into impact, shaft leaning forward, finish, and then right here, I'm going to take my trail leg off the ground, and see if I can balance on my left foot. If I can, that means I wasn't the person who had weight on their trail foot. So let's see if I can go ahead, hit a shot, and balance on your lead side. If you do that drill, you're gonna start to feel transition, hip rotation, chest facing the target, nice and tall. The lead leg straightens. We use that vertical force that you see all those good players get into because they're transferring their weight. They're moving from one side to the other side as they strike the golf ball. And when they do that, they're able to balance on the left foot with the trail leg in the air. Let's get into key of impact like the pros, number 2. Key number 2 to impact like the pros. This now is getting into what our hands are doing. And this is something that most golfers don't pay attention to, either don't pay attention to or they haven't practiced and been able to execute yet. But you are now going to be able to do that because I'm going to show you in this drill. Now, at setup, what you're going to see is a little bit of a bend here in the left wrist. It's not going to be cupped, but there's gonna be a little bit of a bend. Now, the difference between what it looks like at setup and what it looks like at impact is the hands move forward slightly because I'm moving my weight forward. So as I move my body and my weight forward, so does the shaft, so does the grip, and so do my hands. And when you do that, that's when that dot on the center of the face starts leaning forward, starts looking at the golf ball, and launching the ball in the air. The inconsistent golfer will get into the opposite. When the weight goes back, all of a sudden that causes the inconsistent golfer to then have the opposite with the hands. Bend in the lead wrist now and flat in the trail wrist. That's what you don't want. So here is a phenomenal drill. I call it handle left, club head right. I'm sorry, left-handers, but it's just what I call it. What it is as you swing through, you're trying to keep the handle of the club left of our toe line. I'm gonna set up a stick. You're gonna have the stick, it'll be kind of just outside the outstep of your lead foot, just like this, along your toe line. And as you swing through, we're trying to have the handle end up on the left side of the stick and the club head end up on the right side of the stick. So what is that doing with our hands? Well, it's forcing them to maintain that angle with the trail wrist and create that structure with the lead wrist. The great thing about this drill is it gives you immediate feedback. Because if you do this drill and you end up being the person that has the opposite, and we get the cup in the lead wrist and flat in the right wrist, that's when you see the shot that we just hit, which is no good. Having that lead wrist flat, back of the lead hand, forearm, and the shaft of the club, everything in line with each other. We have taken that dot on the center of the face and pointed it at the golf ball. And get ready for key number 3 because it's coming at you right now. Key to impact like the pros, number 3. This brings it all together. And what the pros will do that the inconsistent golfer doesn't do, they set up with their sternum slightly, for a right-hander, it would be slightly to the right away from the target than the lower body. So that means that there becomes a little bit of a bump here with the lower body, moves to the left. The upper body tilts, and we have that spine tilt. If you have alignment sticks, great. You'll put them down. There'll be one that's gonna be kind of up against the instep of your lead foot, and then there's gonna be, the other one will be right down the middle of your body, representing where your sternum will be. So now what we're gonna do is our lower body actually should be rotated more at impact than the upper body. If the upper body and lower body rotate together, we start looking like this, and you start hitting shots, and your accuracy is off, and the shot is low, and you're not striking the center of the face. If our lower body is rotating more than the upper body, then you have an opportunity to get the ball going a lot higher, further, and more accurate on the golf course. You say, well, how do I do this? You'll set your sticks up. You're gonna take a club and put it across your shoulders like this. I'm gonna put the majority of the club is going to be off the lead shoulder. So I'm going here. I'm then gonna use my sticks on the ground, reference point. Rotation, what are we seeing? We're seeing that movement. All the drills that we've done are coming together. Weight transfer, movement to the left, and the grip of the club still pointing right down the target line. So now I'm feeling that 80% pressure into my lead side. Now I've got an opportunity for at impact, the shaft, it'll be leaning forward, the grip leaning the shaft, and that dot on the center of the face contacting the golf ball. Those three drills are going to create much more solid contact for you and be able to get the ball going nice and straight and high and far. Once again, my name's Jonathan Smith, PGA teaching professional. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment what is missing in your golf swing. Let's get one-on-one coaching going. Link is in the bio, and I will see you in the next video.